We've all faced moments where life doesn't seem to make sense. And you might feel like you've been praying and waiting, yet nothing changes. So, how can we trust that God is at work even when we can't see it? Well, let me assure you, God is always at work even when things seem uncertain. To experience God's work in my life, I have learned to do three things: lean into his character, trust his timing, and adopt an eternal perspective. The first step for me has always been that in times of uncertainty, to lean into the character of God. When you're in a crisis, it's easy to question everything. I know that. But think of it like trusting a close friend or mentor or parent. You don't doubt their intentions because you know that they have your best interests at heart. And it's the same with God. Even when his direction doesn't seem to make sense, you can trust him because of who he is. His heart is for you. His heart is good, and he only wants what is best for you, even when it's hard to see it in the moment. The second thing is that I'm learning to trust God's timing. I think of a coach developing a winning strategy. We love to celebrate the victory, but it's built on every step of the process, every drill, every decision leading up to that victory. You can't rush it. Similarly, God's timing often doesn't match our own. You may feel stuck, but God is developing something bigger in you, just as a coach builds a championship team. You got to learn to trust that every step is leading you towards something even greater. And finally, I'm still learning this one, but I've learned to adopt an eternal perspective. When you view your circumstances through an eternal lens, even the hardest moments can have purpose beyond this life. If you truly believe that what you're going through today could lead to salvation for you or even someone else that you love, it changes everything. You can endure hardships because you know every trial has the potential to bring about something better, whether it's personal growth, a deeper faith, or even the transformation of someone else's life. So, yes, God is always at work, but his work doesn't always look like we expect. We may not see the results immediately, and we may not fully understand the process. But leaning into God's character, trusting his timing, and adopting an eternal perspective, we will give us the confidence that he is working all things. And I mean that today. Whatever your situation, God works all things together for good. So, when life feels hard and confusing, and it will, remember that God is at work. It's happening even when it feels hidden. Trust that he is faithful and he's doing something beautiful in your life. Keep trusting because in his perfect timing, he will bring it all together. I promise you that because my assurance is in the Bible and every promise is true. And that will be a stepping stone to becoming who God has created you to be.